Welcome everybody again to War for Crimson Rock. We are on session 66. I always jump between session and episode. I don't really know which one I've always been saying, but that's I'm just going to jump between for whichever I remember. But yes, we got a full house again. Really excited because we are getting near to the end of our campaign. And so I would like to ask someone to volunteer to give us a recap of last week's session.
All right, I'll go ahead and go if anyone doesn't have an objection. So where we last left off, we were actually still in the middle of battle. We had come to the waterfall, and we could see that Ori's brother was being dangled at the top of the waterfall. Now, there were additional guards around on the bottom and several at the top, but we could see that it was part of the expedition that we had previously run into, the ones that had destroyed the gnome shop, the mobile gnome shop. So we decided, like, Ori cast sleep, I believe it was, or hypnotism, and she managed to get the ones at the top knocked out. Now, while this was going on, uh, Pan and Dave basically went incognito under the water. Dave for sure managed to grab one of the guards and wrap him in the net and drown him, while other two came to investigate. Mikage took out one on the land, and the other one, I think, believe Pan took out on the bottom. So Pan and Mikage made it to the top of the waterfall, and we tied up the guards as well as the tabaxi that was holding the brother captive. So Mikage decided to chunk them off the waterfall, but apparently they and Pan helped her check one or two of the others off the top, leaving just the tabaxi and Ori's brother. In the meantime, Ori's been climbing the side of the waterfall, trying to make it up to the top. Well, because the guards were knocked off the waterfall, they came out of their hypnotism, and a battle began. So one of the guards that was knocked off the waterfall has apparently a lightning sword. So while Ori was trying to levitate her brother down from the top of the waterfall, he got struck. And we were very worried for his safety, but we managed to stabilize him a little bit. And we've been continuously fighting these three soldiers, one of which apparently has the ability to heal. Now, while this is going on, I think unbeknownst to Ori and Dave, who are at the bottom, we tried to move the tabaxi off to the side so that we could interrogate her at a later point. Unfortunately, so while Mikage was busy firing arrows at the soldiers below, she noticed that this tabaxi woman was trying to talk to Pan, but she could not hear what they were saying or what they were talking about. However, as Mikage kind of turns to look, the tabaxi girl breaks free of her bonds, shoves Pan out the way, and basically disappears into the forest, leaving our heroes to deal with the three soldiers remaining. And I think one soldier just kind of escaped off he's just like, I'm out, peace out. Not worth my life. So this is where we are.
Very good. Did anybody want to add anything on top of that? No? Okay, cool. Well, let's kick this bad boy off then. Here we go. So, let's go back to the waterfall. Okay, give me a moment. There we go. Can everybody see that now? Yes?
I certainly can.
Okay,
Yep.
all right, thank you. All right, I'm gonna add a little background and let's continue combat. Let's see, actually,
Oh,
Go ahead.
I would like to remind you, because I did the healing effect, I have one more healing thing that can be done for Ori and her brother.
Okay.
Because we only did one round of that. But I think that was the only thing I needed to remind you of, just to make sure.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, here we go. Let's do... Hopefully it's not too loud. Might be a little loud. Just setting up here. Okay. Okay, so we'll go to the top of the round. At this point, let's see, we'll go to the top of the round. Pan, I'm going to have you be out for just a moment because you ran after the Tabaxi. So I'm going to have you come in next round, okay?
Yeah, I DM'd you. I don't know if you saw.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where was that at?
Oh, that's okay. Doesn't matter.
Oh, shoot. I totally missed this part. Let me see. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Yes. Well, it's really just for one turn. That's fine. Okay. So you're getting me out for one turn because you did chase after... essentially, so leaving off a little bit, the Tabaxi bolted off. Pan chased after her. They're gone for the moment right now. So right now it's just going to be the other three knights and Dave, Ori, and Mikage. Okay, so we're going to start at the top of the round. One of the knights is going to go first, but then afterwards it's going to be Dave, Ori, and Mikage. So I'll give you guys a minute now to kind of plot like what's going to happen, because at this point, yes, Lucius is, if I remember correctly, he's suspended above you, Ori, right? He's not with you per se. He's still you're muted right now, Ori, by the way. But he's about.
No, she brought him down.
He just got her
level.
down.
So you're on the same level. So you're both at 20 feet.
And
off.
I got as in front of him as possible on the ledge.
Got it. Okay.
She's using her body as a shield at the moment.
Okay, I got you. Perfect. So you guys are both on that ledge. You're both at 20 feet above the ground. Mikage is still at 80 feet above the ground, but then everybody else is ground level at this point, right? Okay. He has been rejuvenated by a health potion, if I remember correctly. He was unconscious, but then afterwards you gave him a potion, and so now he's back. However, he is still pretty squishy, so just keep that in mind. Okay? All right.
And he did have one round of healing. He should get another one soon.
Right.
Yeah, he was looking better, but not great.
Right. Okay. So I'll give you guys a minute now. So go ahead and yeah, I'll let y'all kind of figure out what you guys want to do right now. Go ahead.
Whoever's been healing, whichever guard, I want to kill him. It's my vote.
Somebody had a health potion, right? Somebody ransacked something for a health potion that we gave to...
You did, Dave.
You did.
You found it in the tent, remember, after you killed the guy?
Yeah, and you handed it to Ori, and I have one one potion as well, just because I had bought it at one point, or y'all helped me buy it.
Just to refresh your memory.
I have two.
Just refresh your memory, Dave. You ransacked that tent. You're able to find a potion, and then afterwards, then there's a whole thing where you're trying to toss it up to Ori, so that she could give it and toss it to give it to her brother, right?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're still in combat, so I'm probably gonna fight the guy right next to me.
Okay.
Right.
Kenneth, which guard was the one who was healed?
I believe it was it this one or this one? I think it was. God, I can't remember.
I want to target whichever one was doing that. So you pick.
I think it was this guy, if I remember correctly.
This one?
I think it was that guy.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Mikage, how about you? What are you planning to do?
So I plan to continue attack, since I range attack. Unless I have to get into somebody's face. If anyone, I'm going to get over here, I guess, near Dave, where is that the one with the lightning sword?
This is the one over here with the lightning sword.
Okay,
rather,
way back there.
I should say, let me be more clear. You saw
That's
him.
the one that created the huge spiral of lightning in the
Yes. Yeah.
air? Okay. That was because of the sword?
His sword was. Well, let me just put it out. Yeah, you saw him charge energy through his sword and then fire off a shot towards the direction of Ori and Lucius.
Because
Okay.
my goal would be to, if I have to, I would like to get in his face and get like just taken out, because he seems like he's going to be the biggest threat at the moment. I mean, the other guys can heal, and that you definitely want to take him out, but we got to stop him from doing damage while we take out the healer.
Agreed.
Okay, all right. We're ready to go?
Sorry, which one's the healer?
This
One
one.
on the island.
This one right here. He had a, yeah.
In that case, if I'm still in, yeah, I'll
You're gonna
attack.
fight the one closest to you.
No, I'll fight the healer. If
I was gonna try to murder him immediately.
oh well, but I'm before.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know which.
So the attention is going to be on the healer
Oh,
for
whatever, yeah,
you two.
I'll just kill the guy next to me.
Okay. All right.
Kenneth, how does the guy near Dave look?
The guy near Dave is looking pretty beaten up. He probably took the hardest fall out of everybody when he hit the water. The other two hit the water. I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. But the other one, he got cooked when he got basically 300 off of or Sparta off of the top. He hit the water really hard, and so you can see basically like blood stained on his tunic as he's like crawling out and he's fighting. Okay.
Beautiful.
All right, let's kick this bad boy off then. Here we go. All right, so first one's gonna go. Let's see. So we'll do that and close that one. Okay, here we go. First one's gonna be this guy over here. He's the one who shot out the. He had his lightning blade. Rather, like he charged lightning through his blade and shot it at you. You see in the distance. I mean, right now it's kind of hard to see him because he is hidden slightly by these rocks that are right here. So he's got some cover. However, or you look over, you see him pull something from his from inside one of his pouches. You see him pull out like a red vial or so, uncorks it, chugs that thing down. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, he's gonna
Does
do
he
that.
do anything? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's gonna do a healing on himself. Let's see how much he gains. This one, he's gonna gain 4 back. Okay, so +1. All right. Okay. All right. After drinking the vial, he takes cover and he kind of just like ducks underneath this rock, trying to just kind of recover his breath. Okay, that's kind of his movement right there. Okay, Dave, you're up. You've got the guy right next to you. He's breathing hard, but however, he's got his sword out. He's staring you down. What are you doing?
All right. I never went into rage. I've been doing this because I was very brazen. I thought I could do this entire thing without, but I should have at some point. I'm probably not gonna rage still. I'm gonna swing it in with my great axe.
All right, give it a whirl.
Why is it not?
You have to click on the.
The game's paused.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's okay. But even so, you can click on in the chat window on the right. Go ahead and do the attack. Let's see. That one's a hit. Go ahead, roll damage on that one. Click the damage button. Let's see how bad you hit him. Woo! 9. Very nice. All right. At this point right now, let's see. -9. You get a good gash at him. I mean, he is bleeding now. His knee touches the ground. What else are you doing?
I'm attacking him again.
Give another one. Let's see. Another hit. Go ahead, roll. Damage. -7. Okay, all right, cool. Again, another fell swoop. I mean, blood is just pouring out of him at this point. He's in bad shape.
Okay. I think. I think that's it for me. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Next up then is Ori. You are now standing on that ledge with Lucius with you. What do you do?
Mm-hmm. I am going to throw a lovely little fireball at this one,
Okay.
but I'm going to do it at a higher level. So at my 5th level spell slot, it's 2d10
Wow. All right. Okay.
damage. So Let's see if this works.
And that's a nat 1. I'm sorry. That
Oh,
did
jeez.
not
Just
work.
kidding.
Let's see. Nat 1, that's a critical fail. What's going to happen here? Oh, should I be mean and say something happened to Lucius? Would that be fair?
He's behind me,
Oh, he is behind
so-
you. That's fair.
not facing him in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, goodness. You know what? You hit the
It
water.
ricochets in the back of the head.
Let's say your spell is just, obviously, you cast it, but there's so much water just falling all around you and mist everywhere. You see just a cloud of smoke. So, unfortunately, like this cloud of like hot smoke now, vapors just go up in front. Okay, so this kind of puts a cloud of a vapor of smoke, like just basically around here. So it's going to be a little bit cloudy, essentially, right? It's going to make difficult to see things. Okay, all right. Anything else?
No, I don't want to move because that levitate would be another action. How's Lucius doing? I'm gonna take my bonus action to just look at him, make sure he's okay.
Lucius, as he's coming to, he's gotten that potion, so he's revived from the, from that thunderbolt that got him earlier with a thunder attack. And then afterwards, the healing spell has awoken him even more. He looks and he sees you, and he's pissed, honestly. He's looking at you and he's upset. And he's like looking at you and he's screaming like, "Where's the tabaxi? Where did she go?" So he's pretty upset.
Let's worry about that in a minute.
Okay. All right.
We'll gesture to the everything about this.
Oops. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right. This one that you hit, he sees you, Ori. He basically sees that, flame attack that you did, and he just kind of scoffs and laughs like, "You call that fire?" As he yells out.
Does he see me through the cloud of smoke, though?
He saw that cloud of smoke come out. Yes. He kind of sees, but sometimes he's pretty pissed. I mean, rather he's just like he's scoffing, right? Essentially. So, what he's going to do then? Oh my goodness! It's going to be a. Let me make sure I got this right. Oh, that'll be pretty bad. Let me not do that one yet. Okay. No, don't do that. Sorry.
Oh joy.
Do it. Hit me, motherfucker. I dare you.
Please do not upset the DM.
Not you. I'm not calling you a motherfucker. I'm calling the guard who scoffed at me a motherfucker. No, the DM is my best friend.
Oh,
I
we're
would
best
never
friends.
insult
Of
him.
course. In this case, he does see you, and he scoffs at the fact that you threw a firebolt at him. So now instead he says, "You know what? I got this." So then he decides to do his own firebolt as well too. Except, however, noticing the cloud of smoke, he realizes, you know what? I'm gonna hit over here. He wants to protect his buddy. He throws it over towards Dave's area right now. Okay, so he's gonna roll an attack, and let's see if that goes. It's gonna be normal. I'm pretty sure that's a miss. Is that a miss, Dave? On your AC?
I'm feeling it's a miss.
You're feeling it's a miss. I'm
My
pretty sure that's a
AC
miss.
Is 12.
Yeah, you're
It
good then.
seems-
Yeah.
It seems very low, considering.
It is quite low. He definitely missed. The
You're
firebolt flies over
You're
his head.
wearing the assless chaps. That's why it's low.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's quite distracting. The firebolt flies over your head, splashes, hits the rock. He kind of cringes a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, snap. Okay, that was not as cool as I would like." And then afterwards, kind of shimmies over here, hides behind, and you can see him also kind of taking cover behind these rocks as well too. Okay. All right. Next one in the water. This guy over here. He's hurting bad. You see him. Essentially, then he decides that he's going to do two things. First off, he's going to. That's the one I want. He's going to cure himself, right? He's going to do that. Let's see how much he gets. He's going to get 4. So he's going to get 4 hit points. And then afterwards, still seeing that he's still feeling bad, he's going to... Oh, you know what? No, I'll take that back. I'm sorry. Let me get rid of that one. He's not going to do that. He's going to disengage. he's like, you know what, this is not cool. He's gonna disengage from you, Dave, because you're right next to him, and you know what? He's gonna like back up significantly. Where's he going? Where's this? Oh, he's gonna go a good distance. Here we go. He's gonna back up, and that's like 15. It's about right there or so. Okay. So he's backed up now, and he's in guarded position. He's trying to gather his breath. Okay, Mikage. You're seeing all this right now. However, a cloud of hot vapor is in your face, and it's smoke everywhere. What are you doing?
So, even before the hot vapor kind of came up, she's generally aware of where everyone is.
Mhm.
She's going to call on Tetsuo.
Mm-hmm.
So, that'll be one thing. And she's
The vapor
going to
rise
have,
60 feet that quickly.
I mean, it is hot vapor. Air does rise really quick. So,
Here, I'll put him right there, right next to you. There you go. Okay.
yeah. So I actually want him to be like above where Ori and her brother is, like clinging to the rock face.
Okay, so he's gonna be right over
So
here then.
because I can
Okay.
do it within 30 feet of where I am.
Okay, all right. So he is clinging to the rocks right now. Go ahead.
So I can't, that's my action, but what I'm also going to do, so I need to give Ori's brother his healing
Mm-hmm.
for his round, and it's a 1d6. Yeah, 1 second.
Okay.
So I just said that. Nope, no. There we go.
Okay, so he gains 3 hit points. Okay.
All right, and my bonus action is to actually cast Healing Spirit again, right where they are, so that they can get more healing.
Okay. All right. So right, that sounds good. At this point, I'm gonna leave that that template right there. At this point, he is healed. You can see him kind of regain, like Ori, as you look at him, and the healing aura fills him. He is more or less restored now, but that doesn't abate his anger and rage that you see fill his eyes. Okay. All right. That's the end of the round. Or Mikage, are you good? Anything else?
Yep, I just put the thing there so it used its spell slot.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay. Pan, all this happens. You come rushing back to the scene. Okay, so you're now back into the this fight order. I'm gonna give you guys another minute to figure out what y'all want to do. Go for it.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm first, but I'm wondering what the plan is. I'm very high up. I'm like, hey.
You want to go waterfall jumping?
Yeah.
From 80 feet. I think we decided that was going to take a lot of damage.
I think. Hold on, I forgot. I have to check. Well, you can discuss something else. I think I'd have like some sort of water thing.
Yeah, I think Pan would be the least hurt out of the two of us. But I mean, the guards survived pretty well.
I would like to kill the asshole.
Yeah, I think that's the ultimate goal.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I can use a reaction to reduce my falling damage by 50, which is more than my health is so.
Yeah. If I do adjust a couple things.
I'm gonna probably go get the healer and take him down.
Okay.
Maybe with my net.
Drown him like the others.
I was
Hey,
going to say,
damn!
catch him in the net and go reverse fishing.
Yeah, I'm
Put him
gonna
back.
I'm gonna jump off and dive under the water.
Okay. Let's kick it off then. Here we go, guys. Ready? All right, Pan, you are up first. You're sitting at 80 feet above the ground. You've got two guards, two knights over here. They are taking cover, though, behind these rocks, and you've got another one trying to gather himself on the side. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna go dive under the water and swim like to there or something.
Okay. I think that's fair. All right, I think that's probably a good place to be. All right, and then what are you going to do?
I mean, I can't really hit him or anything, so that's it. But I have to use my reaction thing to reduce my fall damage. So
Oh,
that's
I
it.
see.
That's cool.
I gotcha. Okay, all right. That makes sense. You see them over here. They are startled, obviously, by the fact that you've like leapt a great distance and they see you. You've caught them by surprise, but they are now very fully aware of your location. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still under the water though.
You're still under the water. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, this guy right here, hearing you make that splash, he decides, you know what? That's not gonna fly, right? So you see him again pull out his sword. You see it charge up with lightning. You see it charge with electrical energy. And afterwards, this time he strikes at the ground. Strikes at the water. So basically, this shock of electric energy just flies out, and you can feel it. Goodness gracious, what is this thing? Just place there. It's fine. It's gonna hit everywhere. So I'm gonna say in this case, wow, it's 3d10 because it's hitting water. I mean, I don't think that we really need to roll if you don't get damaged or not. I feel like that's fairly known that you're probably gonna get electrocuted on this case.
I think that's actually not true. I think when lightning hits water, it hits like a localized area. It's not like everyone just yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know this exact science behind it. I just know there's like something to that.
Because water is grounded, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all
There's like something to it. I don't know all the science behind it. We can take some damage or something. But I was just saying like it's not like you're in the ocean and you get hit and everything in like a mile.
Right.
It's like I think it's like a surprisingly small area.
I will agree with you that it's localized. I'm like, yeah, like not everything in the water gets electrocuted. But assuming that knowing that you are right in that location, that splash, he's gonna hit that area, right?
Maybe. How would he know? I like dive here and then I swim.
Oh, you dove there and you swam. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
okay. Oh, I thought you like you jumped.
I mean, he can still hit me, but like I don't think he's gonna know like my exact.
Okay, that's fair.
What's the level of visibility? Right.
I need to find that meme and send it to y'all where it says "fuck these 5 fish in particular" and it's like lightning in 5 like spots in the ocean. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, you can just give me some damage. It's fair. I don't know the exact like whatever, but.
Well, no, in fairness, it's a dexterity saving throw. So, or really, you know what? Let's just make it a Constitution saving throw. Because you're in the water, you're gonna get hit by something, but to what extent, we'll just see. So, roll me a Constitution saving throw. We'll just see how you do on that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You're gonna only take half. So in this case, it is gonna be we'll do damage. Ow. So you're going to take 10 in this case, okay? You would have taken 19 normally, but otherwise you're going to take 10 on this one, all right?
Yep.
Okay. Afterwards, you see the charge from his sword kind of dissipate a little bit. He kind of gathers himself a bit more, but he readies himself. No, he's hoping that he hits you. And that's his turn. There we go. Okay. Dave, you see the lightning strike. You can tell the pan is, he's still swimming, so he's okay. But at the same time, too, you're still, probably still feeling a little worried about him. At the same time, too, the knight, is a good distance away from you, but he's still within attacking range. What do you want to do?
Is throwing a net, that's an action, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That'd be a dexterity thing, yes. Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna, because it would disable the throwing or the healing, so I'm gonna go over there and throw a net at the knight.
This guy right here? Okay, all right.
Yeah. You said dexterity?
Yeah, go ahead and do a dexterity. Oh, snap. That's solid. Okay, all right. You catch him in the net. He is right now, let's call he's basically he's let's go.
It was like it's a catch and pull. Like I caught him and then I'm pulling him into the water. Like that doesn't count as 2.
That would be 2, because in this case you've restrained him. So you've caught him, you jumped in, you've thrown the net on him with this one thing just to catch him, and then to pull him in it would be a strength thing, right? So right now he is restrained, so he has to get out of it or so somehow. So That is his current status right now.
Do you have any bonus actions?
I do have a bonus action.
Well, the bonus action would not necessarily be to pull, because that would be like another action or so. Kind of a weird thing with D&D, so, right?
Okay.
Bonus action's like a little thing.
It's a little action. It's like a big action, little action, and yeah, that's how it goes. Unless you do
But
the attack.
the
then
reason
it's
I bring it
two-
up is because I have the spells, and I check to see if I have any bonus. Like you can do them as a bonus.
Yeah, some do, some don't. It's like it really gets into like DM fiat, like how much you want to go into it or so. Like if you have like a small cantrip or something like that allows it, or like drinking. Some people treat drinking a potion, a vial of potion health, as a as a bonus action or something like that. But rules, raw rules is written is technically an action, but a lot of people allow it otherwise too. So if you wanted to do something like detect magic, I'd be like, I would make that an action. I'd be like, that's a bonus action, that's fine. But if you're doing another
Don't
attack,
worry, Ori's pissed off. She's gonna have a nice, lovely turn right now. Or, I mean, if Dave, if you want to do something, feel free.
Yep.
I'm going to position myself in like feet against the shore, like just in a position where I've got a good amount of leverage for the pull.
Okay, all right, that sounds good. I like that. Okay, all right, I think it's your turn. Okay, and then let's see. Ori, you're up next then. All right. You've seen Dave. He's caught himself a knight in the net. What you doing?
I would really like to take these guys out pretty quickly. She's pissed and Lucius is, conscious. So she's gonna do Storm Sphere.
Ooh, okay, all right.
And
Where are you gonna place that?
she's gonna put it as far away from Dave and Pan as possible. So like right there.
Okay.
So that the two are in the way. But Pan and Dave aren't hurt.
Okay. So when it first appears, each creature in the sphere end its turn there, or must succeed on a strength saving throw, or take 2d6 bludgeoning damage. Let's see now. One has already gone, the other one has not yet. So I'm gonna have for him right now. He's got to do his saving throw. Let's see how he goes. Oh, he failed that one for sure. All right.
Yeah, you did.
What?
So he's gonna take 2d6. Let's see, is that 2d6? Let's do the damage one.
And with Storm Sphere.
Whoa, wait,
it
that's not
says
right.
as a-
Hold on. Whoa, that's too
Oh.
many. Sorry, hold on a
Oh
second.
wow. Oh, that was big.
That was not what I was thinking. Okay, 2d6. Let me start that. Ooh, he's gonna take 6. All right, here we go.
And so, as a bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
I can cause a bolt of lightning to hit one creature. For 46.
All right.
So I'm gonna use that on the one that Dave has not yet caught.
Okay, all right. So in this case, you're gonna get advantage on him because he is in the range. So you're going to need to do an attack. So go ahead and roll a ranged attack, which would be a dexterity roll. So roll dexterity with advantage on this one. Okay.
Dexterity with advantage.
Oh, that's all right.
Nice.
All right, you get to roll now. What is it? It's a boatload. 4d6.
Yeah. Let's see.
Sorceress hit. They hit hard.
There you go.
Come on now. Okay, since my arms are currently under a cat, would you mind typing in the 4d6?
Let's see what it looks like. 12. Ori, tell me what happens. Tell me what this looks like.
In true cartoon fashion, the bolt of light hits him, and you can see the X-ray like bones of his skeleton. Nice, lovely blue glowy flash. And then he disintegrates. I'm gonna go with disintegration.
I like
That's
that.
always fun.
I like it. Okay, awesome. Okay, he is done. That's your action, your bonus action. Did you want to move or no?
No, I'm good. I'm keeping Lucius right here
All
because
right.
he can't run off if he's balancing on a ledge.
All right. Let's see now. Okay. So the one knight that is restrained by Dave's net is up next, and let me see. How does he get out of that? He's going to. Has a disadvantage attack rolls. Attack rolls. How does he get out? In this case, how do you escape restrained? D&D escape net. Restrained. Is it just a strength roll, probably? You know what? Let's just do that. Okay. In this case, Dave, I'm gonna have him, the knight that you restrained via the net. I'm gonna have him basically try to break out. He's stuck right now, so he's gonna try and get out. So I'm gonna have him roll his strength against your strength because you're holding him down. He's trying to get out. Okay. So he's going to do a, let's see, team throw. So you're gonna have to beat a 18. Let's see. Go for it. And see if you can hold him down.
Is the fact that I'm braced against the shore, does that help at all?
No, not in this case. If you're raging, that would have helped, but no.
I should have just raged. I've got 3 rages.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
You're trying to hold him down, but he manages to fling off the net. The net comes flying back to you, so you still have it, but he's no longer restrained. Okay, but that is his action. At this point, then he decides, you know what, this is not good. So he makes it over here to this bridge. Let's see. Let me make sure you get the distance right.
And then he still has to see if he takes bludgeoning damage.
That's true. 1, 2, 3, 15. Which way does he want to go? You know what? Let's see.
Yeah, and it's considered difficult terrain, so.
Oh, you know what? You're totally right.
Storm Sphere makes it difficult terrain.
15, and then where does it go? Creatures within this should have disadvantage. It is. Let me just make sure I got it right.
Wouldn't he also be disoriented?
He has. Okay, so let's see. A 20-foot sphere radius. Sphere remains for a spell's duration. Let's turn them a succeed a strength saving throw. He did not. Oh, he has to do that if he's still within the sphere. Until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action to hit him. Blah 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 blah. Creatures within 30 foot have disadvantage on Wisdom. At higher level, you can cast this. Okay, all right. He's basically he's in the storm. He's bolting. He's getting out this way right here. And he's gonna go this way. Come on now. Got you. Sorry. Maybe right here. And then he's gonna like start heading out this way right here. So he's also hightailing it right now too. He's trying to get out.
I made this storm for you.
Okay, all right. This dude over here. Let's see.
I think everyone else is dead.
You still got one more. You still got one more guy. Let's see. He over here decides, you know what? He's tired of this. He decides he's gonna do this. What do you mean I don't have that? Okay, here we go. He's going to cast this ice storm. You see him manifest a giant ball of ice in his hand. He chucks it at the sky. You see this hail of rock hard ice come pounding to the ground, 20-foot radius or so. They come flying in. Each creature, so now in this case, it's gotten everybody. So everybody's in this right now too, okay? Each creature, a creature takes 2d8 bludgeoning damage on a failed save. So you guys all have to do a dexterity saving throw. If you, yeah, there you go. It's really just gonna be on the 4d6, that's what I want. Okay, so, or you're only gonna take half. Oh, you know, let me do the damage too. It's just gonna be.
Oh, and Kenneth.
Yeah.
Ori's got a lovely reaction that she can take after receiving any damage.
Excellent. Okay. All right.
And Ori's going to take that.
This is how much damage we'll see. How it is. 17. Ooh, this is going to be a bad one. Okay. So let's see. Ori, you've rolled a 15. You're going to take half. Dave, you critically failed. You're going to take that one. 17 to you. Mikage, you are safe. You're only going to take half of that. You're going to take 8. And then Pan, you are also only going to take 8 as well too.
Guys, I've got 4 health left.
Pan, you were saved by being in the water. You still got hit by something, but you only took a little bit of damage there. Okay. All right. Oh, and also for Mr. Lucius here, right here, we got to roll him.
Wait, I take less damage for being in the water?
Yeah. Basically, you rolled well, so then you're only taking half damage. That's why. Okay.
Oh, because I'm also.
So I rolled shit. The water wouldn't have mattered. I still would have taken full damage from the water.
Well, yeah. This is
It's
good.
world building.
It's world building. Let's go with that. All right. Okay. And then here for Lucius.
They're not in the water, and they take the same amount as me.
They're gonna.
It's ice water. It's really cold.
That's just how it goes, guys. Okay. Let's see.
Or he just drinks it all.
Come on, Lucius. Let's see how he does.
Mikage does not like the cold.
Oh, thank goodness.
He takes, okay, so he's going to take half of that. He makes it, he's okay, but I mean, he's hit hard by the ice, all right? So, huge one hits, and again, he's not happy. He is really not happy here. Okay.
Guess what? Ori has a reaction.
Go for it. What are you doing?
Hellish Rebuke.
Uh-huh.
It is a nasty thing.
Ooh, this must make a dexterity saving throw. It takes 2d10 fire damage, or half as much. All right. Man, 16?
2d10, yeah, 5, yeah.
Let's see what happens with this guy. Oh, he missed it by 1. He missed it by 1. Okay, all right, here we go. That would have been nice to have something. Let's get that damage.
See how
You
much
just
damage.
14. All right,
Oh,
Ori,
hell yeah.
Ori, tell me what happens here. Tell me what it looks like.
So Ori points and screeches in Infernal.
Mm-hmm.
Momentarily, her eyes reflect the horrible hellfire that surrounds him, and he just melts.
All right.
His metal armor melts, his leather melts away, and he is nothing but a pile of ash.
All right. He's dead. So thank you very much for that, Ori. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, no problem.
Mikage, you're up. There's only one knight left. You see him though. He's over in this direction over here. He's hightailing it out of there. He's trying to get out. What are you doing?
I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna use, let's see, as my bonus action, I can use hail. Well, no, I'm just gonna do 2 bow attacks, and I wish they just had something that said weapons.
Let's see.
Dodge, cast spell, use feature, shove.
Might just be faster.
Anyway, I want to use my bow and arrow to shoot him twice, since I have.
Yeah. If you pull up your character sheet, it might just be faster to do that versus using the that.
Well, I have that issue where I can't.
Oh snap!
use
Okay,
that.
let me do that for you then. Here we go. Let's just do it then. We do the attack. Let's see. First one goes normal. This one is a miss. You can attack him again. Would you like to try one more time?
Yep.
One more time.
Attack.
Oh, and this one is also a miss. That's a no bueno. Okay, all right.
Oh.
Both bolts fly through the air, striking the tree over here. He narrowly dodges underneath them. He basically he's ducking just right as before it hits. Okay, all right.
Mikage shrugs and gets down off the cliff.
Okay, you're gonna get down where? You're just gonna jump down, or are you coming down? You still have.
Well, because if I would have to roll for damage, I might as well just climb down. I'm just gonna go try and get that sword from that one knight.
Okay, all right.
I'm assuming since he's run away, we're disengaged.
Well, you're not. Nobody's engaged with him right now. But however, you still have one more turn. Given that, I mean, he hasn't left yet, and his turn is right in the
Okay.
middle. So, do you
Yeah,
guys
I'm
want to
just
let him
gonna
go,
get
or do you
down.
want to kill him? I mean, I'll leave it up to you guys.
Wait, shoot him again.
Well, I did my 2 actions. Or I mean, my 2 because
Yeah, your action to attacks.
yeah. So all I have is movement left, and even though I didn't actually, let's try one of my new. Nope, that's it. I'm good because those are
Okay.
bonus actions. All my bonus actions are not worth using it.
Okay, all right. I won't give you guys a minute this time. I'll just let you kind of get at it. Pan, you're up first. He's hightailing it. He's trying to run away right now. What are you doing?
He's not the one with the sword she wants, right?
No.
Yeah, I don't care. He can run away.
Okay, all right. So you're gonna pass. Okay, all right. Dave, how about you?
I think I might just let them go. I mean, I could swim up to do this running away, but I think I might just let them go.
Okay. Ori, how about you? What would you like to do?
I would like to levitate the 20 feet down onto the little area right over there with Lucius.
Okay.
And just kind of, get our bearings.
All right, sounds good.
You may want to strangle him.
Lucius?
Yes, please.
Okay, all right.
I'm definitely gonna keep a hand on his collar.
Okay.
And not afraid to smack him.
All right.
Mikage will be happy to help you with that.
Okay, and now at this point it is his turn, and you do see him basically exit stage left, and he is gone. And that is the end of combat. Boom, 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 boom. So congrats everybody on surviving that. All right. You are now free to roam about the cabin. What would you like to do?
Loot?
Yeah. Mikage goes down by Ori and just looks at Lucius like, I have a word with you later, and just goes off to get the sword. She is annoyed.
Okay, let's see. What do they have? Let's see. You're gonna find with you are gonna find a good deal of gold on them. Other items there. You're gonna find a good deal of gold on them. You're gonna find about 200 pieces of gold spread out amongst all the bodies or so. And then you will also find 2 potions of healing.
Sweet.
Good.
Who wants these 2 potions? Or who wants a potion?
I'm at 4 health. If we are taking a nap or a long rest, then I do not need them, but I would like to take a long rest.
Mikage calls over to, hey, after this we should go sleep at her house since we're here. It's been a long day.
Yep, I am down.
Before we decide that, I've still got 2 potions here. You've got I said 200, right? 200
You
pieces
can
of
give
gold.
me one. I'll take one. I always take a lot of damage when I go in a fight.
Okay, all right. I will give you a potion. All right. Anybody who wants the last one?
Ori, do you have any potions left?
I do not. I can take one.
Okay. All right. I will give you that potion too. All right. And
Okay,
you
and
each have-
we're splitting the gold 4 ways, 50 piece each.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. I
I'm
like
down.
it.
Let's do it.
All right. What else would y'all like to do while y'all are here?
Oh, what about the sword?
I was gonna say, I'm gonna
Sorry.
turn to Lucius and be like, why didn't you jump? I told you I would catch you. We could have gotten her and have been done with it.
I'll answer you in a moment, Mikage. Lucius looks at you and he is pissed. And he's like, I was this close. I was gonna stab her. How could you
Yeah.
let father's murderer get away?
They were gonna throw you over the cliff.
He just
We
scoffs.
could have helped.
He scoffs and he just laughs like, I would have survived it. It would have been fine. I had the whole situation under control, Ori. It would have been fine. I had this. Here you go, just coming
I
messing
gag
with my
him?
stuff again.
I'm gonna hold a hand up to Mikage. Be like, I know you're mad, but this whole town thinks you're insane, and you're not going to be able to do this alone. So quit your bitching and let us help.
You always come and do this, Ori. You come in, I've got something good going on. You come in and you trample in and make it seem like you're the hero. I've got this. Besides, that town can go screw itself. Got their old pomp and circumstance trying to protect something. It's so stupid anyways.
It is her town. You shouldn't. insult it when a large dragonborn's right here.
Mikage raises her hand and just kind of twitches her claw.
Just let's save that part.
He looks over at you narrowly. He doesn't seem to be all that impressed. Mikage, the sword that you were very interested in, turns out it was actually just a normal sword. He actually just had electrical powers.
He's a battle mage.
He's not a battle mage.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Mikage just like puts it in her inventory, but she's gonna get rid of it soon. She's probably gonna leave it at her house for her brother.
You can still sell it. It's a
Another
decent
sword.
sword. It is a nice sword. But however, these knights do come packing. They had some powers, some spells that could be kind of nasty, depending on how you look at it, right? But unfortunately, yeah, the sword was not as magical as you would like. It was just a normal sword.
It's okay. Mikage's sword is like a family heirloom.
So, I would really like to gather everyone and be like, Lucius, I do not give a shit about being a hero. You know this from our childhood. Tell us what's been going on, and we will get her, and we will figure out what's going on. We need something from her. She's taken something. So, she's who we're going after. We have the same goal here. So let's share our resources, please.
He just looks at you. Is like, what is she taking?
She's taken something that we need to save the fucking world. Okay? Can you please just tell us what you know, and we'll tell you what we know.
Here you go again, Ori. Just thinking you're the hero who's gonna save everything and take care of it all. I'm coming over here. I had good information that she's the one who took out to kill Dad, and she murdered him. I followed her here. I don't know what else you want me to say.
Okay, let's explain to him everything we know. I would like to tell him everything we know about her. Everything we learned about our father's murder, and everything we've done up until now chasing her. It's a lot of information.
You seem kind of stared into it a little bit in disbelief. It's a lot to take in, but at the same time, he's kind of. Let's do this. Roll a persuasion check, Ori. I know you're pretty good at that, so let's do that real fast.
I'm pretty good at that.
Please roll that one.
Fail me now. Fail me now.
No, not the best. Okay, it's good, but not the best.
Oh, 12.
It's not the best. In other words, not the best. You see a moment. His eyebrow raises. He looks at you a bit. Suppose I am to believe you, Ori. And I'm not saying I do, but suppose I am to believe you. What's all this got to do with Dad? Like, how does this make any sense? Why would they just kill Dad?
I mean, I don't know from the last time we saw you to where you are now. I don't know if you've realized yet, they just hate tieflings. And Dad was in a lot of politics. And both of those individually could have gotten him killed. So double whammy. It was gonna be hard to survive anyway.
Quick question. Those knights, those were part of Cyan's forces. Why would they be helping? Yeah, I think they were part of
yeah, they
Cyan's.
were Cyans, yeah.
Why would they be helping the person that killed your father? Oh, God.
Unless she was paying them off. Guards in Cyan do enjoy their money.
It pains me to say that some of our knights are not the most trustworthy.
Cyan is the country?
The capital.
The capital.
So
The capital of the country.
Vaultier
Of
is
Vaultier.
Vaultier is the country, and Cyan is the capital.
The country. Okay, sorry. I had that backwards.
No, you're good. You can
Also,
kind of.
one more thing. What was the scroll? That was to help do the sword, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That we assume that the sister, or not the sister, the Tabaxi has
Tabaxi.
it. So, being that she's gone, I want to ask him if he is aware of this scroll.
Yeah,
Because we assume she took it,
I'm going to ask my animal people, like my spirit animal, if they see this Baxi.
Yeah, it's good.
You hear some chittering amongst them. They say there's like, yeah, they saw her. She exited. She just ran off into the wilderness. You saw her just leave. They see her leaving, and then after she just like blips out of their proximity to where they are, so they don't see her anymore. Okay. But they do see her moving and escaping. Mikage, give me a persuasion check. You see Lucius kind of, rocking back and forth on his feet. This scroll that you're talking about, what's so important about it?
Sword that we have found, to our knowledge, that could help us in this war, in its essence, is needed to unlock it. Until then, it is just another sword. And I want to get a good look of, like, can I tell what he's thinking? Is that an insight?
Yeah, you give me an insight check. Give me an insight check, please.
Hopefully.
Speaking of insight into what he's thinking, from me knowing him
meh.
since
Apparently you
birth,
can't tell shit.
Yeah.
Mikage is not good with people.
It did not work out for you very well, but go ahead, Ori. What were you saying?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, from me knowing him since birth, do I have any insight into what he's feeling?
You do. You can sense he's hiding something.
He's hiding something. I'm gonna squint my eyes and be like, Lucius, where is it?
He said he didn't. He said he was not here for the scroll. He was only here for the Tabaxi.
He did.
No, he didn't say. Well, yes, he was primarily after the Tabaxi, but it didn't preclude him from actually getting the scroll. He didn't say he wasn't after the scroll. He's just asking what's important about it. What is it with brothers lying to their sisters? Come on, guys.
Lucius, come on. I know that face when you play games when we were younger. What's going on?
So, I may have inadvertently smashed some things at the temple, and stuff happens, and in the mad rush of things, I saw this nice fancy scroll, and I just happened, figured it might be worth a penny or two, might be worth something. You see him kind of reach inside his robe, and he pulls out
the scroll.
A scroll, sealed,
and he's like,
That sounds
so,
like a lie.
I'm gonna hug him.
In the event of tracking down your father's murderer, you saw something shiny and took it.
Listen, we're a very true neutral family. It is, we're not theoretically lawful. We're not necessarily always good. This tracks.
What did you say, Pan?
All right.
Sorry, say that. I heard you say something, Pan. Can you say it one more time, please?
I was gonna say, I want to from where I'm standing nearby, size him up and try to decide what the chances are me of doing a roll and snatching the scroll from his hands.
Oh. Let's give you. Go ahead and give me an insight check, please.
What was it?
Insight.
Inside?
Yeah, an insight.
Would it be helpful if I'm hugging him? Because that's what I'd like to do.
You know that you are faster than him, Pan. I mean, he's holding it out there. He's got it kind of close to his body, but at the same time too. I mean, you've got a good feeling that you're faster than him. Dave, what are you thinking in all this right now? Lucius has just put forth the scroll. He's kind of going back and forth though. But what are you thinking?
I'm, still bleeding out pretty heavy.
Will you please take a potion?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna rest. There's no fight. Well.
Yeah, there's no fight, so I'm not gonna waste it. But I don't know. He just pulled out the scroll that was for the sword.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm pretty happy we got it. I would like to go out to Lucius and retrieve said scroll.
Okay. You walk up to him right now. Keep in mind, Pan, you have a really good feeling that, you know that you're faster than him. So that's one thing.
Also, I'd like to hug him. Can I do that?
You can give him a hug. Absolutely.
I would like to give him a hug. Thank you.
As you're doing so, though,
Mikage sees everything that's going on, and she's just like, I'm just gonna wait here and see what happens.
you see him, kind of awkwardly standing there. Like, he's not really hugging you back, Ori, right? You just kind of give him a hug, and he's just like, his hands are tight. However, he scrolls down by his side, but he sees Dave coming over, and he just kind of starts like leaning back a little bit. You are very, tall, very intimidating presence. So he starts leaning back a little bit. He's like, "What are you doing, dude? What are you doing?"
I'm readying my net.
Can I motion to Dave? No, don't do that. Let's talk first.
Mikage looks over at
back in your pocket.
Tatsuo and just kind of raises an eyebrow.
I'm just gonna go for it then. I'm just gonna try to snag it from him.
Yeah, go for it.
Get a disadvantage. Or
It's gonna be a sleight of hand. Let's do that. And because you're faster than him, so that's one thing. He's being held down, or he's being hugged, but at the same time too, he is very cautious. So let's do sleight of hand. Let's see how it goes. That's solid. Okay, all right. You manage to snatch it. Tell me what that looks like. You snatch it from him.
I'm just like a ninja. That's what do they do with this shadow thing? I just appear behind him and whoop, yank it from him.
Okay. All of a sudden, Pan, shows up right behind him, snatches out a hand. He looks and he's like, "Dude, what the heck?" And he is, startled. However, I assume you're still hugging him at this point?
I'm trying.
Okay.
He's also bigger than me.
Yeah. He's trying to fight you off. He pushes you off. It's like, "Ori, what the hell?"
I'm going to look around, and do I see it in Pan's hand?
You do see it in Pan's hand, yes.
I'm going to be like, "Pan, come on. We're trying to get him on our side."
And I'm back over here.
I'm gonna I'll turn back to Lucius. Listen, we're on your side. This is for all of us. It's fine.
Mikage is gonna cough a few times to try and get everyone's attention. Can we just continue this at my place, or my brother and I's place? Besides, your brother owes mine an apology.
Yeah. I turn to Lucius, and I'm gonna be like, "Is that gonna be a problem? Because you did kind of go on a little rampage."
I had every right to go on this. She killed Dad. And here you go again, just stealing what I took, just like when we were kids. And he's just you see him basically get in a huff. He starts stomping off like he's, 4 years old. And you just see him just kind of just walking away, just, pouting and stomping away.
I'm going after him, being like, "Listen, I don't give a shit about heroics, okay? You know this from the literal everything about me. I know that you joined the army because you care about heroics. Now why don't you come join us so you can be a hero in all of this, okay? This is not mine, this is ours. So, yeah, I want to kill her too. I think she should be dead if she killed Dad. But let's also get the people behind this, because she's not alone."
He kind of turns and looks at you like, "What do you mean she's not alone?"
She's not alone. There are more people behind all of this.
Or if you know who these people are, and you're not telling me this right now, we're done. Like,
No,
I came here to
we've
kill.
got-
I came here to kill
we've
her
gotta-
and get revenge
yeah.
for Dad. And if you know there are more people involved, and you're not telling me this, you need to like spill the beans right now, so I can go and like ice these people.
Yeah, we're trying to. Why do you think we got a big old sword? This is all bigger than we understand. So come with us, and we'll kill all of them together. That sounds fun, right?
You
Be
see,
a part of this. Get revenge with me.
you see a smile break across his face. He's like, "This is the Ori I'm talking about. If you were like this when we were kids, we would have got along so much better. Let's go kill some people. Let's go right now."
Okay, let's take a
After we
rest
heal.
off to help first. Mikage, we're gonna follow you.
Just like how.
Okay. All right. So he follows along. Anything else you guys want to do here? But he's ready to go.
Well, he can ride on my horse. I'm gonna ride on Tetsuya until we get back to the village.
Okay.
He works for the government, Cyan government.
Yes. He
Well,
does.
he did. I don't know what's going on right now because he's a tiefling and they're all
ask him why he like left his
post.
whatever work to chase after. Like, what was the
Well, I mean, it is his father, his killer.
Yeah,
I mean,
but,
I
like,
understand
did he
that,
just,
but
take off, or like did he just leave? Like, what was the time? Like, it's not like this was like half a day thing, right? So like,
so did he take off before? Are you saying he took off before they started the roundup or after?
yeah, I just want to know what got him here. Like, how he just decided to piece out of work and come after here or whatever. Like, ask him about that or something. I don't know how to word it. Yeah.
But like how you're requesting vacation days?
Or did he just leave, or did his bosses do, or like because he works for the what was it, defense council or some shit, right? Did he just like tell them?
He was
or
a
did he-
soldier.
Yeah. He's a soldier. He looks at you, Pan. You know, kind of sneers a little bit. He gets defensive, and he's like, "Dude, my dad died. Okay, my dad got murdered. They knew about this already, and I was up in arms. So the moment I heard about the killer, the murderer, I just bolted out. So if I get
Yeah,
court-martialed
So
or something like that, then that's
excellent
fine."
bennies. He's got excellent
How did
bennies.
you know she's the murderer? Like, who did you hear about it from?
Give me a second. What are my notes on this one? I am trying to find the notes because that's a very good question.
Wasn't she his secretary? Or at least
Well, we brought up the tabaxi a couple of times in our conversation, so it could be that he did some additional investigating. But I mean, I still would, on the way back, I want him to fill in his side of the story.
Yeah, because he's saying he just left when he found out she was the murderer. So I'm like, how did you find out she was the murderer? Like,
And are you sure she's the murderer, first off and foremost? We're assuming at the moment, but
yeah, and then like, what? Like, the city is like in shambles, and you just decided to leave the city. Like, I feel like some government office wouldn't be like, "No, it's cool, you can go."
yeah, one more tiefling. Yeah, one less few things to worry about. Because when you have been rounded up,
Or something, yeah. Like, he just was like, "Sorry guys, I'm taking a couple of personal days in the middle of this war or something."
He filed PTO
uprising.
with HR. It was fine. No, I actually remember. I think
Vacation.
he took bereavement leave.
yeah.
Okay.
I think Mikage. I remember that too. Actually, you're right that y'all did mention it many times to him. I think y'all had a fight with him as well, and or an argument. I should say not a fight, but an argument with him. Mentioned the tabaxi.
We saw him after the Bulgaria group. I thought we just saw him once before that.
We saw him at my family home.
Yes, you saw him at
Which
that
we
point.
did after you. I forget if I was there too, but we remember we went over. We found the other tabaxi, just kind of like. Oh yeah, we found her like basically in suspended animation. We told them to go check it out because we left the other guards with it, and then we saw him got in the tiff with him. And then after that is when we tried to catch her the first time when we were over at the bog group or whatever
The
they
bog group. Yeah.
were called.
Man, you guys are making me go back. This is literally like 11 sessions ago, almost 12 sessions ago. So good.
Yeah, I just want to know. I just want to
It's
know
a
how he
long
was able
campaign.
to. I just want to ask him how
It's
a
fantastic.
person in the military was able to just peace out during an uprising, and where he got confirmation that she was the fact is a she.
We
was the
assume.
killer.
I mean,
Okay.
she's using the body of a tabaxi female that was the
Mhm.
secretary.
Okay, here you go. So,
So we're assuming it's a she.
I'm gonna read back through some notes. Okay. So this is when you guys were investigating Akamenos's murder. You go try and find the Tabaxi secretary. She's in that dingy apartment. You break down her door. You find her in a comatose state, right? Then after you go to the Bog True firm to go and investigate. That's when you guys get in a big fight. The Tabaxi is there, but she bolts and she escapes, right? Or a person who looks like Tabaxi, however you want to figure that out, right? And then afterwards, Oi was not there at that time. You come back, and then let's see. Yeah, the Tabaxi escapes. There's a whole fight that breaks out. You basically interrogate Umak, who's the leader of them. You find out some information that the Council of Defense has been systematically killing off the Tieflings. Umak has been part of that. And then let's see what else. You do take a
We
long
ship
rest.
him off in a container.
You ship him off in a container.
And then
Thank
we go
you. You take a long rest at Ori's place, and after you regroup. But then afterwards, then you do see Lucius, and you have a very antagonistic conversation with him. I think at that point you are telling him about the Tabaxi, how things are going, but he is not believing any of it at all. And then afterwards, then you go to rescue but go take care of Chimeriana Grande, and that takes you all the way through to then you go eventually go to Dave's tribe, go and investigate what's going on with Dave's tribe. That's when you go under to Dragon Burrow, you fight and you get the sword. You come back, the city's in shambles, and then afterwards, that's when you get Vesuvio, and then you head over now to Central.
Okay,
So
so
that-
the way my question is worded is like from you not believing a word that we were saying at the house to you rushing over here during an uprising to kill someone who you thought we're not even sure is the killer. What, like, you got to fill in the gaps for us.
He starts sputtering some words. He starts going on about some of these details here and there. But Pan, go ahead, give me an insight check. The more he speaks, the more you recognize Pan that he's kind of full of shit. He starts again, just like it's kind of starting to become a little bit of word vomit as it's coming out. I'm not going to do it because it would basically be word vomit, but it was the same. You get the idea that he's kind of full of shit.
I'm just gonna give these two that are right next to me a little nudge, like and like like a little sus eye or
You
something.
mean Dave and I?
Yeah.
Mikage is like,
Ori can kind of sense the bullshit from all those times when he attempted to bullshit her in their life.
He's still walking
yeah,
right now.
Mikage is like,
He's going. He's walking with you guys towards the
Yeah, so we can. I just gave him a little like, not so sure about this as we can continue back at the city or whatever.
Yeah, none of us are gonna like confront him on it at the moment, I think is the point, but none of us completely believe him. I think most of us are gonna keep an eye on him, especially in the village.
I think if Ori can get him alone and away from strangers, he might.
So whenever we do this movement, I'm just gonna stay far away with the scroll for now,
Okay. All right.
or
Okay.
keep my distance, whatever.
What about you, Dave?
When we get back to the house,
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
I'm gonna
getting.
ask the spirit animal what was going on before we showed up to see how what was it leading up to us showing up.
They tell you they didn't hear what was going on, especially with the sound of the waterfall nearby. but they saw a scuffle. They saw fighting going on, and they saw Tabaxi basically pummeling and fighting Lucius. You saw the knights kind of surrounding her, and then all the guards kind of down below, just kind of watching in kind of enjoyment as the things was going on.
Okay.
When we get back to Mikage's childhood home, she at least whispers to Dave and Pan, best to activate the sword and not need to worry about the scroll after that.
Yeah,
Just make sure we don't lose the sword.
Yep, I got it.
Yeah, I don't know if there's like some ritual or whatever, but I'm good with that.
We might have to check with the priestess if there is a ritual.
Yeah.
Didn't she say just speak the words in his presence?
Can we read it?
Well, we have to open it to find out.
I would probably be better, like, because it might break if we're not attuned to it or something like that.
We can just hold it for now and go heal up at this and figure out what happens when we get to the city. We can go see the priest or whatever.
Yeah.
Priestess, yeah.
Okay, so you guys are making it all out. You're going back to Sandrol, is that right?
Yeah, Mikage's, yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and just send you guys there. Let's say it takes a little while to get there, but you guys aren't that one. Sorry, let's go back to here. This one. Okay, you guys are back in town. It's kind of a buzz as you make your entry in. Everybody's kind of in awe, the fact that you caught him. There is kind of a band of, let's call it, there's a little bit of a mob. Go ahead.
I'll say that on the way, since I was also in a military, I'm talking to Lucius about I'm talking shop with him.
Okay. Let's see. What do we want to do with that one?
I thought my brother couldn't get a mob together. Like, he was having trouble finding anyone to go with him.
I guess mob is too generous as a word. It's more so just like a people that are just like really interested in what's going on. And so not really them like axes and everything. It's the people there are all pretty meek. They're all pretty mild. They don't really want to do much of that. So mob is probably too strong of a word. Dave, I would like to please give me a. Let's go with the. I mean, you're trying to. I guess describe to me what you're trying to do when you're talking shop with him. What is your intention?
Just bond, it gets closer to him. I think it would be better if, like, I could trust him and, he's, clearly hiding something. Just, for him to become closer to me.
Okay. Give me a charisma check. See how that goes. Man, everybody's been rolling high. Let's see how it goes. Oh, 16.
I know, we had some crits, so.
You did. Okay. All right. As you're making your way back, Dave, you talk shop with him about military affairs, and you're like, you feel a little bit of that barrier that he has between a lot of you. At least with you, Dave, you feel it kind of die down a little bit. Like he's kind of letting his guard down a bit. Okay. You all make it back into town, and then there is Mikage. There's your brother at the helm. A lot of the townspeople, again, it's not really a mob, it's just more so people who are kind of like really interested to see like, oh, you got him, oh my god, like what's going on? And so he, reaches out to you, he comes out to greet you, Mikage. What do y'all do?
Mikage just looks at him and just walks by him. She is still mad from earlier.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to turn to Lucius and very quietly say, like, do you see how they're all terrified of you? How about you reassure them that you're not going to hurt them or hurt their stuff? They were not your target.
He rolls his eyes at you. And then at them.
All right, let's see what resources they'll give you if they're still terrified.
Okay. What would y'all like to do now? Y'all are back in town. Your brother Tri Mikage, he's a bit, turned off by the fact that you just walked by, that you just basically ignored him. What would y'all like to do in town?
I would like to heal and see the priestess.
Yeah, I'd like to definitely heal. We don't have to take a long rest now, but I'm not going back into combat. Yeah, I would say we consult the priestess.
And then do a long rest. Yeah, after we talk
And
to
I
the
kind of
priestess.
want to keep Lucius back from that and see if he'll talk when it's just me. Will y'all go talk to the priestess? Also, so he's not around the sword and scroll, just in case.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
So we'll start it off then with let's consider you guys are gonna take a long rest anyway, so you don't have to do the short rest right now.
Okay.
So the three of you
at
least,
one point. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Just before we leave the village, Mikage wants to go into her old house and just check the place for anything that she can find she's hoping that either her brother or like her parents and in the documents and things that they've had collected over the generations has something that could relate back to all this. She knows her brother's hiding something. She's just living with her brother, and she, at this point, between the last spat, she knows that, this could be the last time she leaves the village. So we'll have to see.
As
Is
you
that
visit
okay?
your house, Mikage, you gather, an assortment of scrolls, papers, and documents that you feel, might mean something, and you bring them with you to the priestess, right?
Okay.
So right now it is Mikage, Dave, and Pan over at the temple. They, for the most part, put a lot of the things back together. You can see them still repairing doors and shelves and chairs and stuff like that too, after the incident with Lucius. The Tiefling princess, what's her name again? Siestia. She sees you, comes out, hands both palms out, and she bows respectfully, and she's like, "Welcome. I'm glad you've returned. Do you have any news for me?"
Is her name Siesta?
Siestia. If you hover over her icon,
Oh, okay.
Siestia.
Okay.
Mikage mirrors her gesture in return.
I thought she was like Siesta, like as the female.
Not like DJ Tiesto.
Yeah, DJ Tiesto, his wife Siesta.
Oh, I didn't know this.
No.
That. Okay, that is cool.
I nods, do a bow, and say, look, we have the scroll and we have the sword, and we want to make sure we do this right. How do we activate this? How do we do this?
She looks at the scroll, she looks at the sword, and she's kind of in awe. She's like, I don't think I've ever thought in my life that I would see both of these things together. Like, it truly is quite a miracle that this has happened. According to legend, once you unfurl the scroll, the words will appear as bright as fire, scorched into the scroll, and you are just to read the words, and in doing so, the sword will be imbued with power and energy beyond your imagination. And with that, you will be able to fight back Babel. Now, what does that mean in practical terms? I can't quite tell you what that means, but at least from what the legends say, this is what is needed in order to unlock the power of the sword.
Okay.
I know it's a bit vague. I'm sorry. I wish there was more I could say, but according to what legend says, it's what I have to give you.
Dave wants to find the painter in town to get his Middle Earth Renaissance Instagram profile pic for when he does this, because as much as he wants to save the Earth, also, this is
Gotta have that
this
epic
is probably
profile
gonna be one
picture.
of this is probably going to be like the moment, and he wants as many people to see it.
She points over to a gentleman sitting, repairing some stuff to like, that will be the one over there. However, he only takes payment in stock, okay? He does not do this for free.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, he takes payment up front, okay? He doesn't do this for free.
Okay.
Oh, you have a couple of platinum. You can.
Yeah. I inquire. I inquire what's the price for a fairly big painting, like let's just say like a 4 by 8 foot painting.
Are you talking to him or are you talking to her? Asking.
I'm talking to him.
Oh.
She's told me everything I need to know from her.
Yeah. He turns and looks at you, and he kind of looks you up and down, and is like, normally I charge, 10 gold pieces, but for you, definitely 20. And he kind of looks you up and
What about all of us, the entire group?
He kind of looks over, looks at Pan, he's like,
Well, we're missing one. We're missing one or two. So.
oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll get him in.
We'll Photoshop me in later.
I was like, well, when your whole party is here, I'll make a decision, But until then, if nobody, the whole table has to be here for me to serve you guys. That's how it goes.
Okay. We'll get. We'll wait till Ori's and Mikage's back.
Well, Mikage's with you. Mikage, you, and Pan.
I already went through our house and picked up, and yeah. So.
And I said, y'all go do it. I'm trying to deal with Lucius here.
Darling brother.
We'll just tape her picture in on the side.
Listen, I got the magic. I've got minor illusion and thaumaturgy. I can make it look like I was there. Most definitely.
Okay.
We'll magic Photoshop this
That's
in.
Pan, did you have any questions?
No.
Okay. Mikage, did you have anything you wanted to ask?
So do we want to do the open it now, say the words now, or do we need everyone together to do that?
No, we can do it. It doesn't matter to me.
Go for it.
Let's open the squirrel. Hopefully it works.
Okay. All right. I pay the painter. I was like, we only get one look at this, so and
Here's the other person. 3D image of Ori. Mikage basically holds up.
Yeah.
She's in here too. Here's your whole party.
Yeah. We tell them about Ori.
Okay.
Obviously pick the best spot in town, and then I don't know where that would be. But, yeah, and then I unfurl the swirl and say the words.
Let's see if the words come up. Mikage.
Oh yeah, the words just come up. That's right.
As you unfurl the scroll, you open it up, and there's a bright shine that hits your face. And as you unfurl it even more, you open it, and the shine continues to hit you. But however, as you look at it, it's just a reflective lens. And you're like, what the hell is this? And there's nothing written there.
The magic is within you.
It's the Kung Fu Panda thing. The dragon scroll.
It's like that. But however, the priestess kind of looks at you and is like, there's definitely something that's supposed to be written there. I don't know why, but something is not quite right. All the legends say that you're supposed to open it when the world is in danger and things are falling to pieces.
Can she verify its authenticity?
I mean, she looks at the scroll. She's like, "This is what I and my family and your family, Mikage, have been protecting all these generations." So
Okay, so it may not be real, but it is the same one that she had, or that's what she's saying.
oh, she's looking at it like, that is the scroll. Now, why you can't see the words, I don't know. I don't have an answer
well.
for you.
We'll just need it for later. We'll just save it for later.
Well,
And
I still
Mikage wants to hold out her hands and kind of gesture. Can she see it and just kind of play with it a little bit?
I'm gonna try to get the money back from the painter. I'm like, yo, bro. Yeah.
He's been busy trying to draw a picture all the while right now, just kind of looking at you
All of
guys,
us
like
is
drawing,
confused.
and he's not really sure what's going on, and he's busy
It's
sketching.
just all of us going like,
Mikage, as you hold the scroll, right? As you hold the scroll, you do feel something. Roll an Arcana check for me, please. And in a moment, I'm gonna shift the scene over to Ori, but let's finish this up real fast, okay?
Do I have normal or
Just a normal.
advantage?
Just a normal.
Okay.
Arcana.
Always gotta check.
Okay, all right. You do sense like there's a warmth in the scroll as you hold it in your hand, right? Your hands kind of tingle a little bit. Let's call it a warm, fuzzy feeling. And keep in mind, you've never touched this scroll before, right? This is really the first time you've ever seen it, or rather, like, if you've ever had it like this close to you. And as you hold it, there's something, again, this glow that you can just kind of feel inside you as you hold the scroll. However, it's kind of almost pulsating, right? You feel something that could unlock it, but you just don't quite know what that is yet. All right.
Do I feel it pull as if it's in a direction, or is it the warmth that she associates kind of like a feeling of home, or
It is in a direction. It is like, it's, I don't want to give you an exact, let's see what I think. It is like you can feel it drawing you towards the east, the southeast or so.
towards Cyan?
No. So if you are, let's see, if I remember correctly, and tell me if this is mirrored back to you or not. Like, so Cyan's in the middle, right? Sandrola's to the west, over here, and then Crimson Rock.
I thought it was southwest.
Southwest. I'm sorry, it's in Sandrola's southwest of Cyan, right? So Cyan's here is southwest, and then Crimson Rock is over towards the east.
Okay, so it has to be at Crimson Rock.
Yeah. So you feel this pull.
So Mikage mentions to the group, I feel that it is pulling us east. The only area of significance I can think of at this time is Crimson Rock. It may be that we can only open this at Crimson Rock, or it could be as the legends say, but at least that is what I feel is pulling me.
Okay. Dave and Pam, when you go over and check out the artist, you look at his picture, and it's just a caricature of you guys. Like, it looks terrible. It's not the best at all. Okay. Dave's got like a tiny head and like giant muscles. Pan is like a stick figure or something like that. And Mikage just, it's got this like giant head. Looks like Mushu from, Mulan or something like that. It's terrible. Okay.
I'll accept that.
Hey.
So Mikage, oh sorry.
No, go ahead.
Mikage's gonna turn to Celestia and say, thank you, sister. Your guidance has always been a blessing. Take care in these next coming days. I fear if we do not succeed, nowhere will be safe for us. And she kind of rolls up the scroll and shoves it in Dave's pouch so it's next to the sword at the moment. I mean, she can technically carry it, but I don't know if she wants to at this time.
Okay. She bows gracefully in return, and then goes back to doing, helping restore and fix the temple. Let's do a scene shift over now to like Ori. You're sitting at a table with your brother, having a drink, just kind of sitting around. What are you doing, Ori? Oh, you're muted right now. You're muted. Ori, you're muted.
Is she over at Granny's, or is she, because Granny's is basically the tavern slash hotel?
Yeah,
Well, that's a good question.
where
Yeah,
are you?
Ori, where are you with Lucius right now?
I would like to be not near other people.
Okay.
Either maybe like sitting, near this area behind the tavern, near some trees, just out of the way of other people.
Okay. You're out of the way. There are some people were really interested in what's going on, but they're all still very intimidated. Again, these are very
Wait,
meek.
say that again? Sorry, you cut out.
There were some people that were, like, when you first entered, they were really interested, but they're all still very intimidated by what Lucius did, and also by all of you, quite frankly, right? And so they've kind of given you some space, and so now you are in a relatively secluded area.
I just want to remind him about, like, our childhood and how he was always my best friend, and that he can always tell me anything. He knows that I am the last person that would judge. And I'm going to ask, like, please just tell me what's been going on with you. You know, you're the last bit of family that we have that's in danger. And I'm not gonna let anything happen to you unless we all go down together.
Give me a persuasion check.
Come on. Let's do this.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's a huge
27.
one.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
It was a great speech.
There were tears.
He's in tears.
He's definitely in tears.
He's definitely at least like the single man tier kind of thing. I'm also single man tier kind of, you know.
I like it.
It's happening.
There were villagers eavesdropping, like, in the shadows, like, and they're, like, crying hysterically.
Like, did I use thaumaturgy to kind of make, like, sad violin noises and, like, swelling music behind us? Maybe, like, a little.
This is like Pixar up level, like, tears right now are going on. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
And I know this because I just watched it again and I was totally crying again. It was awful.
And you cried your eyes out, of course.
I did, of course.
Because you have a soul.
Yeah. And after your very heartfelt speech, he kind of looks at you. His eyes are red now. You do see tears coming down his face. And he looks at you and he's like, I never knew that would be the last time I saw Dad. He and we had a big argument the last time I saw him, and I yelled at him, Ori, and I yelled at Dad, and I told him I hated him, that he wasn't standing up for the country, for our family. So when he died, when he was murdered, I couldn't forgive myself until I found his murderer, because it cannot be the last thing that I did that I yelled at Dad. And so I left, and if I'm court-martialed or whatever, it doesn't matter, okay? Shit is getting crazy in the city. Like, I'm not blind to that our people they're getting persecuted, but I have to believe that I've been fighting and doing everything in my power for this city, for this country, for so long, and there has to be some reason. Like, there has to be some good reason why these things are happening, right? I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but in my heart of hearts, I have to believe that it's happening for a reason. Things will be better, and I'm trusting in in the authority. It's what I've been doing since I joined the army. Okay. The moment Dad died, I didn't really have an answer, and so I just came here. I chased after her. I mean, the information you had, I was pretty pissed off at you, honestly, after our chat, but at our house, but you do have a tendency to be right sometimes, and so I had to look into it, and things weren't adding up, and so that's why I came after her. and I don't know what to make out of all this. Honestly, all the stuff you've told me is crazy. I'm sorry, Ori. I messed up. And you see him hold his head in his hands and just start sobbing.
I'm gonna put my arm around him and say, Dad always told me that you were the most like him. He would tell everyone that I was most like him, but he always told me that it was you. And you know how stubborn he could be. We all know how stubborn you can be. So I know that no matter what you said, didn't matter. Dad always loved you most. And we were all okay with that. So don't worry about that. There's, all of this sounds absolutely batshit insane. I'm very aware of that. And most of the time I can barely grasp it myself. But all of the things you've been doing for the right reasons. We might have to change what that approach is, but it's going to be for the same reasons. You may be stubborn asshole. You've got a good heart, and we need you with us in this. So, I know you are slow to trust, but can you at least promise me you'll try?
Okay, Ori. Okay. Just promise me you'll get her. Just find Dad's murderer and just do whatever you can, okay? I cannot let it be the last thing, like I said, that I just yelled at Dad. Like, I had to avenge him, whether it's through me killing her myself or helping you. Just tell me what I need to do, and I'll help you.
You stay with us, and we will take down every single person responsible for it. Anyone who's behind it. And now let's go drink until we can't drink anymore. How does that sound? Would you like to drink lots and lots of alcohol with me?
He takes his sleeve and wipes away all this snot that's running down his nose and his eyes, and he's like, "That's the best thing you've said to me all day, Ori. Let's go do that."
All right. No, lady. Let's go get some.
Okay.
And we go get some booze from Granny.
And you get hammered,
Washed.
completely hammered.
Absolutely schwasty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking if karaoke was a thing, we would be doing Bohemian Rhapsody together. 2 of us, every part, including all the instruments.
I like it. Okay. He is completely terrible, but at the same time too, he doesn't care, and he is, enjoying
Same.
it. Okay.
And he's just laughing in the corner.
As she should.
And I think that's a good place to call it for the night. It's 10:50 right now. How's everybody feel about that? All right.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
That was
So
great.
Mikage will talk to her brother right before she leaves the village.
Okay. All right.
I think you should all play.
I'm taking a long rest.
Oh yeah. You guys can.
Oh yeah,
definitely do
we're
some-
all.
Oh no, we're crashing at my place tonight.
Yeah. Everybody go ahead and take a long rest.
Orion Lucius will not be able to function until a long rest is completed.
Okay.
She can barely see what's more. She is 120 feet dark vision and 5 feet drunk vision.
All right. I like
So she's very small, cannot hold her liquor well.
it. Okay. Let's do. Let's.
Mikage goes, picks her up, and brings her, gets a drink to go, because here they have, to-go containers for booze. And just
I think
flings her, Ori's holding her shoulders, and just being sick and drunk, and just, laughing, and I just bring them over to, Try and Mikage's home, which is kind of a one giant efficiency house.
Dave's
we'll sleep on the couch.
Dave's pouring.
There's not couches, but we'll get you futons.
No.
We'll sleep on some pillows on the floor. It's great. I think y'all should each listen to Bohemian Rhapsody before you go to bed tonight to really absorb the
The
entertainment.
level of drunkenness y'all are.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. I had a lot of fun this session, guys. Let's have a quick retro, and then we'll let each other go.
Wait, Sean, were you trying to
Oh,
say
wait.
Oh yeah.
I was about to say, if you put vodka in your wounds, do you get drunk? Do you get
First, you
Did you say
drink so you don't feel the pain, and then you pour the vodka over the wound so the alcohol that leaks out through your pores has company.
drunk?
it also helps sterilize if it's high enough proof?
Oh yeah, that's the main thing. But
I don't think you can get drunk through them.
Well, you maybe because you can get drunk by sticking it in your butt, right?
But that's
That
that's
is
basically
That's an
an
absorbing
enema, and
thing.
that goes directly. So the cut in your arm, it won't necessarily easily go into your bloodstream.
The
But
science.
Yeah, but when you do it up the butt, there's so many blood vessels and stuff there, and it's supposed to be absorbing nutrients. That's why you get drunk so fast that way.
I'm so glad that this is a very important aspect of this D&D campaign.
Oh, absolutely.
Is butt choking.
This is
We got to have the science.
This is we are a very scientifically based group for sure. This is how we roll. All right, perfect. Okay, let's do a quick retro. Let's start off with Megan. Megan, like, love, learn, like.
I had a lot of fun. I actually was a little surprised the fight didn't go as long, but I think we worked it out pretty efficiently. But that worked great because we got the role playing in too. So that was like love. There was really nothing lacking because we got quite a nice rounded experience. And it was just more like knowing how we sometimes drag out some fights. But I mean, it was an extended version of a previous fight, so technically it was already extended. But no, I was happy. I was enjoyed.
Awesome, thank you. Let's go, Sean. Like, love, learn, like.
I liked the fight and the getting to know Lucius and just all the craziness with that. I love the sort of painting that we thought was going to be so epic ended up not being.
Yeah, what a bummer.
Yeah. I will find a better painter along the way that will better capture this and maybe follow us to Crimson Rock. We can persuade them. Or I learned that I should probably rage more. I did like 3. I had like 3 in the bank, and I didn't use any of them. So I should probably just rage every time because it's very rare that we fight 4 individual things between long rests. I mean, I would probably be dead because I don't have very high AC or health. Nothing lacking. Nothing lacking.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you very much. Samad, like, love, learn, like, please.
Didn't I learn anything? I thought it was fun. We had battle and story development. So yeah, I thought it was good. Nothing lacking. We had everything this time.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you very much. And finally, Rachel, please. Like, love, learn, like.
Yeah, definitely nothing lacking. We had every element there. I liked trying to go start gentle with the firebolt and then be like, nope, hellish rebuke, die quickly. And I loved all of the stuff with Lucius. I love that he's opening up more because Or needs that. Also, I learned, being Rachel, the human in real life, learned that I'm really glad I had a sister and not a brother. I'm very grateful I had a sister and not a brother.
That is fair.
What is it with brothers?
I don't know. I'm not going to find out. Pretty quick.
Very cool. Yeah, I will say the fight was probably a little bit faster just because you had been fighting them already. So that was kind of why it was a continuation of that. So had you not been, I mean, y'all made a lot of really smart decisions from the previous fight, like kicking them off and then like hurting them. So they were already weakened for the most part too. So if they had not been, it could have been a very different, more drawn out fight or so. So that's just, you know, that's very much the reason for that. And yeah, role playing was great. I thought everybody did a great job. I think a lot of the thinking and I say thinking, but rather also the great questions too. So I think it was very cool. And then also kudos for people for remembering things that happened like 10, 15 sessions ago too, which was in real life actually quite a while ago. So I mean, yeah, I was like I don't even remember. I had to go back and look over my notes just to remember to make sure I get it right. So very cool. I'm really appreciative of that. Okay, well, thank you everybody who's listening to this in the future. Probably again, just us. But anyways, hope whoever's listening enjoys. So y'all have a good one.